Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index hits lowest level since January 2023. Also, Cathie Wood says Bitcoin likely halfway through bull market, predicts BTC adoption by major banking giants. Plus, VanEck and 21 shares send amended Ether ETF filings to SEC. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles, and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We have a quick request that doesn't cost you anything in order to help. Help us grow this channel to 1,000 subscribers by September, which would be our channel's one-year anniversary. All we ask is that you click on the like and subscribe buttons, as well as the notification bell. By clicking on these, it does help grow the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index hits lowest level since January 2023. Lower levels on the Crypto Fear and Greed Index indicate negative investor sentiment, while higher levels indicate a fear of missing out. The Crypto Fear and Greed Index, a metric tracking relative market sentiment, has hit the lowest levels since January 2023, dropping to 27 on July 9th, according to data from Glassnode. For reference, January 2023 was only 2 months following the collapse of the crypto exchange FTX. At the beginning of that month, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index stood at 26, while Bitcoin was trading at around $16,500. However, by the end of the month, Bitcoin experienced a price rally and was trading around $22,000, data from TradingView shows. German Mt. Gox selling pressures fuel fears. The current market panic is fueled by the German government dumping its BTC holdings and Mt. Gox repaying creditors, bringing the price of BTC down from around $63,000 at the end of June to lows of around $53,570 on July 5th. The German government is offloading tens of thousands of Bitcoin in multiple tranches. The latest update reveals that it shifted an additional $276 million in Bitcoin to its selling wallet. Data from Arkham Intelligence indicates that the German government still holds around 22,800 BTC. Mt. Gox repayments have also started as the now defunct exchange begins reimbursing roughly $9 billion to creditors. $8.2 billion of the outstanding amount is in Bitcoin, likely to be sold by creditors, adding additional selling pressure and fears that Bitcoin will crash again. The other side of the story. Despite the increased selling pressures from institutions, the Bitcoin Exchange Reserve, or the amount of Bitcoin held on exchanges, has steadily declined since 2021 and is currently at a multi-year low, acting as a counterbalance to the selling pressure. The miners' supply ratio and the miners' position index also indicate that miner reserves have been exhausted and that selling pressure from miners should be minimized at this point. Fund investors reacted to Bitcoin's recent price decline by buying the dip, representing the strongest weekly performance for Bitcoin funds in over a month. Let me pause here for a moment. If you're getting value out of this video, please click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Our next top headline, Cathie Wood says Bitcoin likely halfway through bull market, predicts BTC adoption by major banking giants. ARK Invest Chief Executive Cathie Wood believes Bitcoin is only halfway through its current bull market cycle. In a new interview with science and tech entrepreneur Peter Diamandis, Wood says that ARK believes the parabolic rallies may signal that the end of the bull market is near. We have 4 people at ARK who are working on crypto generally, one dedicated to Bitcoin on-chain analytics, and judging by those, we believe, halfway through this bull market, and halfway doesn't mean we're halfway through the price increase, because at the end of a bull market, prices tend to go parabolic. We feel very strongly just based on on-chain analytics, looking at them versus the short 10-year history, a little bit more than that we're halfway through the bull market. Wood also predicts that at least one major wirehouse may start listing spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds within the next several months, causing adoption to soar. What's very interesting, since the ETFs were launched in January, not one major, we call them wirehouses like Morgan Stanley, UBS, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, not one has put Bitcoin on its platform yet, a Bitcoin ETF. They're all doing their due diligence. And I think what's going to happen is within the next few months, one will, and it may not be the big ones. It may be an independent RIA, Registered Investment Advisor, like LPL. They tend to move a little more quickly. Once you get one with a spot Bitcoin ETF on its platform, the others will fall in line pretty quickly. Bitcoin is trading for $57,643 at time of writing, up 3.5% in the last 24 hours. Our next top headline, VanEck and 21 shares send amended Ether ETF filings to SEC. Some experts are still speculating that the final approval of spot Ether exchange-traded funds could allow listing and trading as early as July. Asset management companies VanEck and 21 shares have amended their S-1 registrations with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission to list and trade shares of a spot Ether exchange-traded fund, or ETF. In July 8th filings, VanEck amended its Form S-1 registration statement as part of the firm's efforts to get final approval from the SEC for its Ethereum ETF. 21 shares filed a similar amended form for its core Ethereum ETF. Neither filing included a specific launch date on U.S. exchanges, but said it would be as soon as practicable after the effective date of the registration. The amended filings are part of the last stage of approvals required by the SEC before asset management firms can list shares of spot Ether ETFs. Bitwise filed its own amended registration on July 3rd, and experts predict that other companies will follow in the next 7 days. When ETF. On May 23rd, the SEC approved spot Ether ETF 19B-4 filings from 8 asset managers, including VanEck, 21 shares, and Bitwise, with experts suggesting that final approvals could come in July. SEC Chair Gary Gensler said in a June Senate Banking Committee hearing that the Commission could approve the S-1s sometime over the course of this summer, but did not provide a specific date. VanEck filed its application for a spot Ether ETF in January after the SEC approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin ETF shares. The approval process may have been slowed amid reports the SEC was investigating whether to treat ETH as a security. Consensus Legal Team reported in June that the Commission had dropped the matter. So this concludes Crypto Top Headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.